Mr. Bülent Ecevit, Mr. Demirel's former arch opponent, is not so inhibited. He too was put under military house arrest, but has now resigned from his post as chairman of his party and reverted to his previous profession as a journalist. His new magazine, Arayış, or Search, recently angered the regime. One edition was confiscated because in discussing the question of how to combat torture, the authorities considered that he'd insulted the intelligence of the Turkish police.
I'm confident that the present administration does not want people to be tortured. But in a closed regime, torture becomes more difficult to prevent because it can't be reported very freely. But when the military are faced with convincing allegations, they go against it. The main reason is that the majority of our police are very poorly educated and trained, and they don't know more humane ways of obtaining evidence. Or I'm not very much optimistic about the kind of democracy that the present administration seems to have in mind. The indications are that it will be a rather limited kind of so-called democracy, but the atmosphere hopefully may change because the people have been accustomed to live in democracy, in a democratic regime for 3 decades. After they recover from the shock of years-long terrorism, the people will begin to miss their lost economic and social freedoms and rights. And our military are very sensitive to public opinion. And when the public opinion begins to express itself in a balanced way, I'm sure or hopeful that the military will take